The most successful athlete in history just became Caitlin Clark's biggest supporter, and Angel Reese can't handle it. Michael Jordan personally invited Clark to train at his exclusive golf course, the same place where billionaires and championship winners gather. But here's what nobody saw coming. While Clark was building relationships with Nike executives and learning from MJ himself, Reese was throwing tantrums online about Clark's LPGA contract. The contrast couldn't be more obvious, and it's reshaping how we see authenticity versus manufactured drama in women's sports. Grove 23 operates on a completely different level than any celebrity golf spot you've heard about. Jordan opened this course in 2019 in Hobe Sound, Florida, and getting an invitation means you've reached the absolute top tier of sports and business. The 18-hole course comes with a main clubhouse, gatehouse, learning facility, and practice range where even refreshments get delivered by drone during play. Every single detail reflects Jordan's obsession with perfection. Goats. Recognize goats. The biggest goat of them all. The greatest of all time to ever play a sport. Michael Jeffrey Jordan. You know who's working out, who's training and prepping for their golf tournament, getting a golf swing right at Michael Jordan's private golf course. One, Caitlin Clark. Jordan personally oversaw every design meeting for this course. The clubhouse features carbon fiber glass panels, and the entire layout flows like a perfect golf swing. The architecture complements Jordan's vision of the course views, creating an environment where championship winners and Nike executives gather to make deals worth millions. When you get that call to Grove 23, you're not just playing golf. You're entering Jordan's inner circle of sports moguls and business titans. Clark earned her invitation through pure basketball dominance and authentic character. Other athletes spend years hoping for MJ's attention, but Clark's performance and genuine personality caught Jordan's eye immediately. The course's invite-only policy means Jordan handpicks every guest, and he saw something special in Clark that went far beyond her basketball stats. Caitlin Clark is in the vicinity and in a private event with Michael Jordan. Now, it's hard to believe that they're not talking basketball. We know it has to do with basketball a little bit. Now, this is a golf event. We're finna get into all of this. We're finna get into those specifics. We're finna get into this event itself. But it's hard to believe they're not talking basketball. Jordan walked the course personally with Clark during her training sessions. These weren't casual golf lessons. They were strategic conversations about building a brand that lasts decades beyond playing days. Jordan shared insights from his own journey, explaining how authentic excellence creates opportunities across multiple sports and business ventures. Clark absorbed every piece of advice, understanding that this access represented something bigger than any WNBA recognition could provide. Nike golf executives attended these private sessions, already planning Clark's multi-sport endorsement expansion before her LPGA announcement even happened. The conversations covered cross-sport marketing strategies and long-term legacy building, with Jordan emphasizing how authentic stars transcend individual sports. Clark learned about brand architecture that encompasses basketball, golf, community leadership, and business ventures, the exact blueprint Jordan used to build his empire. The training sessions revealed Clark's natural competitive instincts on the golf course. Her swing showed the same precision and focus that made her dominant in basketball, proving her athletic gifts work across sport boundaries. Jordan recognized this crossover potential immediately, seeing in Clark the rare combination of athletic ability and authentic personality that creates lasting star power. Jordan's personal endorsement became the ultimate validation of Clark's multi-sport potential. His track record of identifying transcendent talent spans decades, from recognizing Kobe's mentality to respecting LeBron's approach. Now Jordan was betting his reputation on Clark's ability to dominate across sports platforms, understanding that her authentic appeal would translate into marketing gold. I know everybody won't care to be with Chris Brinkley, Drew Hanley, and all these other damn trainers. She's with Mike Jordan, bro. Like, it don't get no... Do I need say more? Do I need say more? She's with MJ, bro. Like, you do understand this, right? This chased everything, literally. Like, if they build a relationship, if Michael Jordan built a relationship with Caitlin Clark is over, right? Yeah, dude, like, Michael Jordan, I don't know if you've never been seen with a female. The exclusive access at Grove 23 set the stage for everything that followed. Clark wasn't just learning golf techniques, she was building relationships with Nike executives, understanding global marketing strategies, and developing the mindset needed to become a multi-platform icon. Jordan's course provided the perfect environment for these crucial conversations, away from media attention and public pressure. Jordan's invitation represented recognition that Clark possessed something special, the ability to transform sports visibility through authentic excellence. While other athletes fight for attention through manufactured drama, Clark earned respect through genuine performance and character. The private sanctuary of Grove 23 became the launching pad for Clark's expansion beyond basketball, with Michael Jordan's personal seal of approval validating her crossover potential in ways no league recognition ever could. Angel Reese couldn't stay quiet when Clark's LPGA deal went public. The moment the news broke about Clark's multi-million-dollar contract, Reese jumped on social media with her now famous tweet, "I can play golf too." The timing said everything fans needed to know. While Clark was building her brand through results and strategic partnerships, Reese was desperately trying to steal some spotlight. That tweet wasn't random. Reese posted it immediately after Clark's LPGA announcement hit the internet. The desperation was obvious to everyone watching. Instead of congratulating Clark or focusing on her own basketball career, Reese chose to make Clark's achievement about herself. Social media users saw right through it. The comment section filled up with fans calling out Reese's petty behavior and unprofessional approach to competition. It's gonna be a record-breaking audience, as we know, as always, with Caitlin Clark. It is a record-breaking audience. Here's where the contrast gets really clear. While Clark was training at Grove 23 with Michael Jordan, learning about cross-sport marketing and building relationships with Nike executives, Reese was sitting at home tweeting complaints. Clark was expanding her influence and developing authentic partnerships. Reese was stuck in drama cycles, trying to downplay Clark's crossover impact through social media tantrums. The fan reactions were brutal for Reese. People weren't buying her act anymore. They called her out for being jealous and attention-seeking. Supporters demanded she acknowledge Clark's accomplishments directly, instead of making veiled remarks. The overwhelming response showed fans understood the difference between earned respect and desperate attention-grabbing behavior. And even just seeing the national media members that have arrived here, the basketball media that's here to cover Caitlin Clark, in what's sure to be a really special day in the women's game tomorrow. Reese's attempts to minimize Clark's golf skills completely backfired. Video footage emerged showing Clark's natural swing and competitive instincts on the course. Her athletic ability translated perfectly to golf, proving her crossover potential was real. Meanwhile, Reese's "I can play golf too" comment looked increasingly hollow as Clark demonstrated actual skill and commitment to improving her game. Every jealous tweet from Reese actually helped Clark's profile grow bigger. The manufactured controversy only highlighted Clark's authentic excellence. Fans rallied around Clark even more strongly, seeing how she handled success with humility while her critics threw tantrums online. The contrast couldn't be more obvious. Clark focused on improvement and building lasting relationships, while Reese made loud demands for equal recognition without equal achievement. The social media meltdown exposed everything wrong with Reese's approach to building a brand. Clark was securing elite partnerships and expanding across multiple sports platforms. Reese remained trapped in basketball drama, unable to grow beyond controversy and feuds. Her brand stayed stuck in the same cycles that prevented her from reaching Clark's level of success and respect. Reese's unprofessional behavior on social media became a case study in how not to handle a competitor's success. Clark was building relationships with sports legends and business titans. She was learning from Michael Jordan about creating a lasting legacy. Reese was tweeting complaints and trying to insert herself into narratives she hadn't earned a place in. The meltdown demonstrated exactly why Clark attracts elite partnerships while Reese's opportunities remain limited. Authentic excellence always wins over manufactured drama. Clark's focus on genuine improvement and professional relationships opened doors that Reese's attention-seeking behavior could never access. The golf course footage proved Clark belonged in elite athletic circles, while Reese's tweets proved she belonged on the outside looking in. But you're right, I mean, it just puts our tournament in a different limelight and just different excitement. They're streaming the summit today, they'll be streaming the Pro-Am, I mean, things that we haven't seen before. Wherever she goes, she's been selling out, so hopefully we'll sell out here too, so we're excited about that. The LPGA understood something the WNBA completely missed. Clark could transform an entire sport's visibility overnight. Within hours of Clark's golf announcement, the LPGA had put together a marketing campaign that made the WNBA's efforts look amateur. They knew exactly what they had on their hands. The LPGA paired Clark with Nelly Korda at the Pelican Golf Club Pro-Am. This wasn't random. Korda is the world's #1 golfer. The LPGA strategically matched the sport's most magnetic personality with golf's biggest star. They understood that this pairing would create maximum attention and showcase Clark's crossover appeal perfectly. The Golf Channel immediately cleared programming schedules to broadcast Clark's practice swings. This was unusual for a Pro-Am event. Most Pro-Ams get minimal coverage. But the Golf Channel understood Clark's draw power and adjusted their entire schedule to capture every moment. Social media exploded with updates and highlights of Clark's swings. The LPGA knew they had something special happening. Here's the real difference. The WNBA marketing department treated Clark like an outcast during her first 2 seasons. They had record attendance and boosted TV ratings because of Clark. But they never fully capitalized on the Caitlin Clark effect that was happening right in front of them. The LPGA positioned Clark as the face of women's sports evolution from day one. Annika Sorenstam publicly praised Clark's poise under pressure at the event. Sorenstam said Clark's presence brings different excitement and highlighted how Clark handles the spotlight with grace while pushing boundaries. This gave Clark credibility that went far beyond basketball. A golf icon was endorsing Clark's authentic approach to competition and star power. Nelly Korda emphasized Clark's contagious energy and determination. She talked about how refreshing it was to have an athlete from another sport who embodies the same competitive drive. Other LPGA players, including Brittany Lincecum, Andrea Lee, Megan Kang, Marina Alex and Lilia Vu, all expressed excitement about the Caitlin Clark effect bringing attention to golf. The LPGA designed cross-promotional events specifically to showcase Clark's natural athletic ability and competitive fire. They created golf clinics and media campaigns that highlighted her skills. Corporate sponsors lined up with multi-million-dollar offers. They saw Clark's authentic appeal as marketing gold that could expand their brands across sports platforms. Clark's LPGA contract came in between $6 and $8 million over 2 years. The deal included endorsement tie-ins with Nike Golf and went beyond simple sponsorship. This represented a strategic partnership with appearances in cross-promotional events, golf clinics, and LPGA media campaigns. The LPGA perfectly blended sport and storytelling in ways the WNBA struggled to replicate. Well, first of all, we're thankful that she's here. I think she's been kind of the one, and when you talk about women's sports, she's kind of, other than Nelly, it's been Caitlin, and what she has done is amazing, and like you said, bringing other people into the sport, and golf has been, I think, quite a passion for her for quite some time. The LPGA gave Clark high-profile pairings and increased fan access during events. They understood her wide appeal and crafted moments that captured public attention. Meanwhile, the WNBA was criticized for missing opportunities to maximize Clark's star power during her first 2 seasons. The contrast was obvious to everyone watching. Clark's multi-year LPGA deal proved that smart marketing recognizes star power and invests accordingly. The LPGA embraced Clark and set an example of how leagues can support star athletes beyond their primary sport. They recognized that Clark's appeal transcended basketball boundaries and could engage audiences across multiple platforms. The LPGA's proactive approach showed exactly why Clark's brand was expanding beyond basketball. They understood authentic excellence when they saw it. While the WNBA fumbled their biggest star, the LPGA grabbed the opportunity with both hands and created a marketing masterclass that other leagues will study for years. Jordan's track record speaks for itself. He spotted Kobe's championship mentality early. He recognized LeBron's approach to building a lasting legacy. Now he's betting his reputation on Clark's multi-sport potential. When the greatest athlete of all time opens doors for you, that's once-in-a-generation stuff. Jordan's endorsement signals a seismic shift in how sports legends identify the next generation of greatness. Reese remains trapped in basketball drama cycles and social media feuds. Clark is building a sports empire that extends far beyond any single league or season. The contrast couldn't be clearer. While Reese complains online about attention and recognition, Clark absorbs wisdom from champions and translates it into cross-sport dominance. Jordan's private mentorship reveals Clark's unique ability to learn from the best and apply those lessons across multiple platforms. But that's the reason that you play. It's not because of the wins and the points you score. It's the amount of joy that you can bring people and the young girls that will one day grow up to hopefully, be whatever they want to be and get to talk about those moments too. The LPGA's immediate embrace of Clark demonstrates how elite organizations recognize and invest in authentic star power. They adjusted programming schedules and created strategic partnerships within hours of her announcement. The WNBA missed these opportunities completely. Clark's natural golf swing and competitive instincts on the course mirror her basketball brilliance. Her athletic gifts transcend sport boundaries, proving she belongs in elite athletic circles. Jordan's network includes Nike executives, team owners, media companies, and investment firms. One round of golf at Grove 23 creates more high-level connections than most athletes make in their entire careers. This is how generational wealth gets built. Clark's access to this network solidifies her path toward becoming a business empire. The 2026 Fever season becomes more than basketball. Clark returns with cross-sport credibility and global marketing power that reshapes women's athletics. Her brand architecture encompasses basketball, golf, community leadership, and business ventures. The exact blueprint Jordan used to build his empire. But I think the thing about leadership is how you approach every single person is going to be completely different. And I think the thing that's helped me be successful throughout my career has been the relationships that I've been able to build with people, and every single person you have to approach differently because they come from a different background, they come from a different place. Somebody can be a little more tender-hearted, and for me, I probably want to be screamed at. It's just everybody's a little bit different, so I think that's what's unique about leadership and being able to understand people, but that takes time, and building relationships is really important. If Jordan's endorsement confirms what fans already knew. Clark represents the future of sports marketing, authentic excellence, and multi-platform stardom. Legends recognize legends, and Clark's trajectory towards sports immortality has Michael Jordan's personal seal of approval. Michael Jordan's endorsement of Caitlin Clark goes way beyond golf lessons at his private course. This represents validation that authentic excellence attracts the highest levels of respect and opportunity in sports. Jordan doesn't waste time on manufactured drama or social media feuds. He recognizes genuine talent and character. Angel Reese keeps throwing tantrums online, while Clark builds relationships with sports legends and expands her influence across multiple platforms.